All right. So historically, and by historically, I mean since Opus, 18, because that's when this version of Mono Water has been very big, wind usually wipes the floor with it. Will this be different? We're going to find out. I would love to see Emmanuel put up a fight, but the history is not in his favor. That's for sure.
And bounce removal is decently strong right now, but the one deck you never want to bounce their forwards is probably Icewind. Man, you'll give it a cheeky little look up at the camera there. Should be a pretty exciting match, actually. Neither of these players has the day 2 skip, so this is a super impactful game.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just talking about the pricing, but just the Nationals day 2 skip is so good.
Yeah.
That said, Mono Water does have some tools to combat this. An early Tidus can kind of get the damage down. You can still kind of go for the normal game plan of cast Tidus early, get a bunch of monsters down, and then let a Leviathan push for game.
Yeah. Icewind does have a lot of ways to deal with monsters, but Tidus especially, other than the Luso 7 cast, like you don't want to have to dull freeze him over and over again. Do they have anything other than the Luso to deal with him?
I don't believe so, no. Granted, it's not that hard to get the Luso 7 if you need to.
Right.
And it does mean the Atomos is going to go, feel really nice in this matchup, but because that Tidus really has to get those attacks in to put the value across, which means that it's going to be hard for Emmanuel to keep Sam off of damage 3 for that Atomos.
Yeah.
It's not unwinnable. Like there's very few matches in this game that are true 10-0s, but it is going to be difficult.
Yeah, it'll be an uphill battle.
That opener for Emmanuel, I imagine he's going to be putting that on the bottom of the deck. Does have the Tidus.
He's got the Artemisian too, though.
Oh, he's got the Artemisian. Oh, never mind. He's got a mulligan in hand.
Yeah.
He drew into the Artemisian, I think, but the original hand was not amazing to start.
We're getting the conga line. I can hear the music already. Bum bum ba da bum bum ba da ba da ba dum. Yeah, I do like the early Tidus pressure. There's also the old reliable of just hoping your opponent doesn't see the cards they want. We could still Artemisian. We'd have nothing to mulligan, of course, but
you do have a lot of kind of odd costed cards. So sometimes getting that early backup down is nice.
Yeah, well, and I don't want him to abandon the backup game entirely. Like there is no world where he wins this with no resources. Water can only go so fast. It's not like this is category 13. Althea for Althea. Got the Moogle online. We've got a Stiltskin. Could go get the Evray. Yep. There's one good Moogle deserves another. And the monster from Final Fantasy X will come soaring out of the skies. And they whisper his name, Evray. Or Luso. Yeah. Actually says, you know what? I know that to deal with this Tidus, I'm going to need to hit it with the old Luso, so. Another blue worm. Keep the draws going, although it will cost her whole hand. And there's a Zana into damage. And he says, no, we're not waiting for this conga line. This music is starting right now.
I mean, with free Alexander, they're almost a liability, too. I mean, they're just cantrips for your opponent when they draw that Alexander.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So just getting that early damage in and just saying, you're going to have it or I'm going to kill you, maybe makes the most sense possible.
Just take the entire option off. Yep. Another blue worm, draw a card, go to end phase. They're both dead. Hey, pretty good. I mean, what is this? That was turn 2, and on turn 3, we're threatening to put you to 5 damage. The blue worm, of course, can be blocked by any kind of forward on Sam's side, but big props to Emmanuel. He recognizes that I can't play this like normal mono water.
Yeah, if I try to cast Soldier 3 times to get set up, by that point, my opponent's going to have 5 backups, 8 cards in hand.
Mm-hmm. My board will be frozen.
They're going to be ordering pizza from the restaurant next door while they're,
He's just saying, I'm just on the phone. Yeah, and I want a large pepper. No, it's fine. I'm going to win. Yeah, just bring it over. I'll be ready by the time you get here. Chocomog will search us out an Ice Moogle. And the Nordstalin searched us out the Uke. Technically, he did the Nordstalin first, but of course you can stack on the top of the Moogle, and Sam just saving us some time by searching both out together.
Oh, I did not start the timer either. So this is not going to be accurate this time, unfortunately. I don't imagine that'll be an issue.
Won't be too far off. They've been playing pretty quick so far. Well, Sam's pretty much set where he wants to be. Does lose another forward into damage. That's 4 forwards now. 5 forwards he's hitting to damage. Wow. And yeah, Titus is threatening to put us to 6. So Manuel's saying, well, in 2 turns, I plan to end this man's whole career.
I love just using the blue worms immediately. Like I said, just recognizing that Alexander is so powerful if there's a monster on field to break for free, and just saying, it's going to do this eventually anyway. I might as well get it out of the way with.
Yeah. No, that's a really good strategy. Sam going to go ahead and get out whatever he wants with this Moogle just pulled up his keyboard and put Google in the search bar and said, all right, well, what do I want to get? Please find me
Tomos.
Seems
pretty decent here.
If Sam, I think all of his dull freeze is tied to a forward, right? I was like, if he could dull freeze the Titus without having to give it a target.
Yeah, it's all going to target though. There's not that much dull freeze it doesn't target really.
Here's Zidane. Zidane doesn't have haste though, right? Sildra. All right, Sam, look out. Sam's going to go search out.
I unironically thought about checking to see what the Sildra search targets could be.
Right?
I know it's almost as Cat 5.
And we'll pass there. We've got a Toneberry. That's good. A repeatable monster like that or a Echidna would be quite nice here.
He'd have to have a second target in deck to search the Atomos, though, and I don't know if a second one exists.
There's number 6, 2 Sid Hayes going. I mean, so, you know, the games are played on paper, in practice, not on paper, and in practice. Emmanuel is saying, you have to target Titus next turn. You must do something. Or I'm just going to swing and kill you.
Or we can get that Luso 7 off.
Yeah. Which Sam has plenty of resources to do, said Luso 7.
That said, if we don't draw into the Alexander here, can we cast that big levy hard cast it next turn, clear the board, and just swing in with that Tomberry for game?
Currently, yes, but I will be amazed if there aren't a bunch more forwards on this board.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, that does still clear with the Atomos. It clears 3 forwards.
Yeah.
And Althea does not feel very good under Big Levy. Let me put it that way.
I have a feeling the Atomos is going to be swinging in this turn too. Or did we just play it?
No, it came down last turn.
It came down last turn, right? Yeah.
So it can attack. But I imagine we have to get the Luso 7 here. There's also just no way we don't have the tools to get there.
Right.
The Sam tools, if you will.
Yeah, right. Oh, he did the thing. Yeah, he's got Melvin for reactivation. He's got a Tomos for double reactivation, the second cast and the on attack trigger. He's got a Sura's, like, seeing the cards, I think, is the only thing that's going to hold Sam back this turn. And we did lose 1 Luso to damage. Hopefully he's running more than 1. And there's another one in the break zone. I mean, again, you can get it back with a Sura, but...
That looks like Pot Greed Alexander in hand.
I think so, which does deal with that Toneberry rather nicely.
No, Pot Greed, the one that's draw 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, Pot of Greed. What does that card do? No one's ever heard of that one. This allows me to draw 2 cards. You gotta love how they always over-explain that card and not the cards that had like 18 hidden effects. I also loved when they were always surprised by a trap that was sitting on the field. You've activated my trap. And they're like, what? A trap? Never seen that before. There's Melvin. So we'll get 2 backups. We'll actually go ahead and freeze both of Emmanuel's backups. Was that our first cast? Alexander for free. Kill the Toneberry. Draw a card. Yep, that was our second cast. I've got some die actually next to me. I'm going to start adding these so I know what...
Yeah, the big Alexander's actually a big problem here. You wanted to keep that Tomberry around. Now we don't have the guaranteed attacker next turn as long as...
So we're on 3 casts.
And we're now down 3 blue worms and the Tonberry.
Yeah.
So we don't have a lot of
Sorry. Oh, go ahead.
so we don't have a lot of these monsters to kind of hang off to the side anymore. And even then now that we've seen the big Alexander, the Lulu's a problem if we try to go for that. Oh man, getting this last point of damage across is going to be extremely difficult.
I'm looking. How can I avoid targeting this thing? Gets back the Moogle, so that's cast 3. Plays the Moogle, or summons the Moogle, I'm assuming. Yep, Moogle search. Presumably going to go get Luso, or Asura to recur Luso, or the Lulu, of course, to get back the Asura to get back the Luso. I don't think Emmanuel runs it, but the Opus 13 Leviathan makes something take 5,000 less damage would be pretty sweet right now. Sid Hayes, that's our 4th cast. Oh, Sam's got a dice there too. I was like keeping track of my own personal die here, and those backups are going to be the dullest of Frozens. So we're on 4 casts. Here comes the Dane. Going to attempt to steal something. We steal an EX burst, potential bouncer, and we hit big Leviathan, Lord of the Whirl. Here comes a Tomos. We get all our backups back. Hit Alphino. Also, we're returning the forward favor that Emmanuel dealt to us. As we put 2 forwards out of commission. 5th cast will be a Lady Lulu, presumably getting Asura. Yep. Asura going to get us back for our 6th cast. Luso, that's the 6th cast. You know what that means, Ghoul. Titus shall, in fact, not be targeted. Lulu is optional, so Lulu is not forced to target Titus.
Yep.
And we're going to look to draw a card, and oh, we canceled. Oh, the cancel. Althea. And Althea says, that was really cute. Well, mind if I do it one more time? Oh, man. Emmanuel got me so excited there for a second. Yeah, I'll just casually 9, like you said earlier, right? And 9 casts. What's the big deal? I got so excited there for a second. Cool. When I saw the cancel, I was like, oh my God, he stopped him. No, he didn't.
Now Sam's threatening lethal back too.
Sam's threatening his own lethal. I mean, good odds will hit a burst, but there's Mr. Evray. There's Althea. We'll get back the Moogle. That's our 2nd cast. So Tomos can give us back 2. Althea will get us back another one. It's free real estate, baby. We've got lock for main 2, just in case our opponent's still alive, or do we just do it now? Phrase the backups. Give me your hand. Oh, Emmanuel, you tried, man. You had the right idea. You really tried.
It's funny. I know that there were some at one point. Some
Steals the burst. Steal Elena. The bursts have abandoned Emmanuel. There's a kidnap. Well, there's one bonus burst, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah. Oh my goodness. He's like, I'm already on 7. Sam was like, I don't care. You're taking the Atomos hit as well.
I know that in the past there have been some waterless that would run Kimari to give their Tidus where he couldn't take damage to the Luso wasn't an option. But
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the matchup.
Yep. Although in that case, Sam then just says, okay, fine, dull freeze it, and then you can like eject it if you want.
Yeah.
I mean, Emmanuel did everything correct, right? Like you said, I don't like the monsters going in early. You don't give them targets for the for the what's it called, the Alexander, but just he got so close. He got so close.
Just was not fast enough.
Mm-mm. All right. So I think the strategy this time is you hope Sam bricks and he doesn't have a good setup like that, and you have the same opening.
Or you sneak out the 13 deck from your backpack and you play that instead.
Yes. Yep, that'll work.
They allow that, right?
Yeah, right. Just like accidentally, oops, drop your cards all over the. But let me just pick those up really quick, and they're the same colored sleeves, and
Just go full Bandit Keith, pull them out of
right.
your sleeve.
Yeah, exactly right. Ooh, we drew the Titus, so he's got to come down. We've got a blue worm that can come down. Alphino could dig us deeper too if we wanted.
We can do the exact same thing this game if we want to.
Although Sam has Norstalin in hand, so that right there is like, ew. Pitch the ash for the blue worm, draw into a 6-cost Leviathan.
Then we just go Alphino Titus here. You think?
Can he afford for both of those?
I have to imagine so. Alphino only
Yeah.
costs 2.
Yep. Alphino, draw 2, discard 1. Doesn't matter what you draw. Pitch it for Titus. Says, all right, well, let's see what you got. He is going first, so he'll get that one extra turn. Maybe that'll be enough. As long as he draws like another blue worm or Toneberry or something, he can run in there.
So the nice thing here is the Alphino is going to stick around, unlike the blue worms from the last game.
Right.
But Alphino also has potential to be chump blocked a lot either. I guess that was true of the blue worms as well.
Sam just says, no fear here, sir. I'll just put down a Moogle. Pass to you. What do we hit? There goes Lady Althea. Little personal revenge from Emmanuel there. There goes Mr. Sid Hayes. And there goes the Chocobo summon. We've got another blue worm. Yep. Draw one more. But one blue worm tags out for another.
Like the way he slammed that one down too. Just
Yeah.
like, here's the next one. Different style of conga line this time.
Right? Emmanuel doing his best 13 impression right now. In a way, this has got to be a relief just in the sense of like, he has a very simple plan, right? He's not trying to play and then he hasn't got to think. It's not like the end of that last round where he's got to plan out all this stuff. Like, nope, just hit you as fast and as hard as I can.
Yeah, no, that's true. Pretty much all of the onus is on Sam Toole to find a way to combo off before Emmanuel kills him.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same with the 13 deck. It says, well, here's what I'm doing. If you can answer it, go nuts, but I'm just going to do my thing until you stop me.
And there's value in that too. Again, if you're someone that has big stage nerves at this point, I imagine that's not a problem for Emmanuel at this point, but
yeah,
it has been a long day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So doing this, maybe Sam misses his line somewhere. You could see Emmanuel's like kind of like, okay, come on.
So just to be clear there, we played Norstalin off of the Ash and the Zidane. We searched out Uke, which we immediately discarded for the Ice Moogle. Asura's going to reactivate. We're on cast 3 now. We got a Zidane, or are we doing the Pot of Greed, Alexander? Yep. 2 deepers. Like, don't mind if I do. Sid Hayes would feel pretty brutal here right now. And it looks like he's just got backups, though. We do have the Moogle, so we could search into whatever we feel like.
Is there an argument to do the Moogle and then go for like a lock here, break the blue worm, make him discard?
You could. Game would probably end on the spot there.
Moogle was last turn, so he has the ability to do that. And we're thinking, do we want to go for that line?
He won't die, of course, next turn, but he will go to 6 with nothing else.
Yeah, even there, you can choose. I mean, you also can even dull freeze Alfino and Tidus and just take the Tidus flip kick. Like,
Yeah,
what's? Oh no, my opponent drew 3 cards when I have 3 backups. They
exactly.
have 0. If they
Although
don't flip kick it, then sure.
we did see an Icewind player lose on stream. I don't know if it was San Diego or it was Australia, but we saw someone actually lose because they targeted the Tidus. So, and that advantage was actually enough to get him back into it. Granted, I believe that player had like backups and such built up. I don't think it was quite as aggro as this. I mean, again, Sam had no problem stabilizing on 6 last game. Do you, especially knowing you're a game ahead, that it is actually okay if you lose this, you can get the game 3 where you're on the play.
And especially because you're going first too. Like next game, he knows he's going
Exactly.
first, which seems to make a big difference, just having that extra combat phase before.
Yeah, that's huge. So if I'm saying, I think I just pass here and just wait for next turn to really combo off.
And the only advantage to going now is there's no guarantee he's going to have a monster to cantrip off with an Alexander.
Which is fair.
If he has an Alexander in hand, maybe you do dig to find a wind forward to play. Like even something like a Luso here to just kind of play a Luso, if we have the Alexander, that is.
I need the octagon retrieve sound. Yeah, special sound goes off. Google uses retrieve, types in, please find me. Find me. What does that card, Sam?
Looking at Evray, we're looking at Pot of Greed.
Both of which you can cast off of this remaining Moogle, which does tap for Wind CP as well as Ice CP.
I would think Lock would be really nice here.
It's interesting. I kind of would have thought he would have had a target in mind, like if he ultimately deciding to use the Moogle, but maybe not, or maybe he's changing his mind, seeing all his possibilities. It's a lot simpler when it says go get this specific card versus hey, pick whatever you think is best. And
It's
you have to
always a
go.
fun thing when people do Thor. Like you'll see somebody like search some really weird stuff off Thor and EXs when they already
Yeah.
have a full turn plan. They're like, I guess I'll get a blue worm.
Yeah, Sam, not really sure what he wants here. We go for Pot of Greed. I think that's what I saw in his hand. Alexander of Greed. Nope. Zana. Okay. Huh.
We're going for the Luso. We're trying to end it here.
Izana would be our 5th cast, right? Izana
Uh,
gets to Chocobo.
Chocobo back the Izana, or play Luso and
But don't
then
you only have
Chocobo
one
back.
card left in hand? Do you have Luso?
We have if it's Luso in hand, then we can tap the backup, play Luso.
Oh
Luso
yeah.
draw, Chocobo it back, play it back with whatever
As
you
long as
draw.
it's not ICP.
As long as you as long as you don't draw exactly Uke.
Yep, and then replays it. Oh my goodness. This man just Lusoed on. Was that turn 2? Or was that turn 3?
That was turn 2.
2. This man just Lusoed on turn 2. Oh my goodness.
We started that with just the Moogle in play.
Yeah. Oh, these Windex are pretty strong, huh? Oh my goodness. Oh, Manuel, you try, dude. Sam was like, "No, I'm not even gonna take the risk of you putting me to 6 this time. How about I just on turn 2 just kill your plan?" Okay, so obviously this doesn't look good. If you're Emmanuel, do you change your plan? Do you now try to build up and maybe try to battle him in the long game, or
I
you
don't
still
think
try
you
to?
can. We have the lightning in hand. I think you slam it, RFG the Luso, and swing the blue worm. Get it off the field.
Yeah, although he can block the blue worm.
Yeah, but I mean, again, you can't leave it on field for that Alexander. Just the
Yeah.
cantrip off.
Emmanuel gonna have to pray to the EX burst gods now for some assistance because I don't think he's gonna naturally get out of this.
Oh, we are going for it. Okay.
Nope, not the first one, Sildra. Here comes Luso, and it's a Geomancer. No help there. Althea. We'll reactivate Azana.
Just trying to make it where that blue worm doesn't actually do a point of damage.
Yeah. Hunter brings up a good point. He could hit 6 EX bursts, and that might not even help him.
I was gonna say a lot of those EXs are gonna put that Luso back in hand where he can do the most damage. You gotta love that your opponent just emptied their hands too to do that Luso stuff, and then draws the best card they could
Right.
ever draw next turn. Let's just put an Althea down so I can do it again if I need to.
Right. Oh my goodness. Emmanuel, show me the way, man. Prove everyone wrong right now that you can pull a miracle out of nothing. And by that I mean, yeah, go get the 13 decker. Go get the 5 pieces of Exodia and drop those on the board.
You have to go for the lightning here too, because the lightning's going to lose all of its text if you let that Althea reactivate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's now or never.
Like it's now or that lightning has no text. I mean, granted, I guess Sam's maybe even okay with it going away, but if Sam's going to try to probably pass with an active Althea every turn, if he can help it.
Says goodbye to this big chocobo. Oh my gosh, do we have a chocobo in hand? We do. No. And that's no if you're trying to see Emmanuel do a miracle. If you're Sam, you're like, yeah, that's right. That'll teach you to try to interact with my cards, sir.
Oh gosh.
I mean, Emmanuel's doing everything he can. Here comes a blue worm, point of damage, stilt skin.
Yeah, that was an unknown chocobo. The top decks after that turn were apparently Luso, Althea, and Chocobo.
Whew, that's a pretty good draw, Daniel.
Outside of the Luso, I don't know if he could have picked a better set of cards to draw.
Yeah.
But technically, the Luso is fine because it's just two win CP that you wanted. I guess like North Stalin would have been better just to like not have another one in deck. But like,
Yeah.
jeez Louise.
You've got an easy Melvin play here if you want it. Obviously, you only freeze the Yuna, but
still pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yuna will get us back the Asura. Guess I'll keep my die handy just in case this becomes another big cast turn. The way Sam reached off screen there for a second, I thought he was really ordering that pizza.
Man,
just trying to get his victory dinner ready.
I mean, props to Sam. That was a really impressive turn, though.
Oh yeah, he crushed it. He sequenced everything. But the only thing that would have stopped him there is that final draw off the Chocobo if he'd have drawn ICP. But most of these decks are usually win CP anyway, so
I think the only things would be like Uke and the Class Moogle will be the only cards you couldn't discard for win CP there.
Yeah. Are you see declaring?
Are we doing the double Althea bounce?
We did a double Althea.
We're just gonna bounce both of them. Now we're explaining to Emmanuel that yes, this works. Oh no!
Richie, quick, go get Chris Matisky. Put this in his video.
Oh.
So we'll get Lulu and Luso back for free. Are we just gonna Luso the board again for just a lightning?
Not necessary, Sam. You don't have to do this.
Sam, not like this, man. Not like this. You've already got him. He's telling him, no. You're gonna remember that I beat you in these grand finals. I will not let you walk away quietly. Yeah, Manuel, drink some water, man. Take a load off. You had a hell of a run, sir. And again, not trying to count you out because I always hate to call it early, but it seems very grim for you.
We're gonna draw like 3 cards here too. If any of those are the free cast Alexander.
That's cast number 4. Did he put his cast counter? I would say Lulu should be 4, isn't she?
Yeah, I think we're gonna get back the summon before we get it.
I thought he drew off the Luso.
Yeah, Luso was definitely cast 3 at minimum.
Yeah. So yep,
It was
we're on
what? It was
4.
Lulu, something.
Asura, because Asura is what he used to do the Althea trick.
That's right. Yeah, Lulu, Azura, Luso, Lulu.
So there's 5. Go ahead and draw casual 2 cards.
Just pot of greed, decent card.
Right? Emmanuel, go get yourself a pillow, man. I would just lay down, close your eyes, take a nap. Sam's gonna be here in a minute.
Still so many cards in hand too. No
6.
backup, so
Yeah. 6 for Mr. Sid Hayes. So we can just knock this board out.
no. Now we're gonna go free cast. Do we have a Chocobo in hand to free cast too?
Yeah, our next cast will be reduced by 2. No, we stopped there. We just went to combat. Okay, I guess he decided that was enough for now. Didn't even replay the Althea. He didn't even play anything off Sid Hayes, did he?
No, we haven't yet.
Huh. That's kind of odd he would go through all those casts to ultimately not even get there. We do have a Tomos in hand. Okay, so reset the cast counter. Back to 1. Back to 1. There's Mr. Tomos. There's Althea. That'll get us 3 backups back. There's number 2. Number 3 is Madame Rosa, but since she is the 3rd cast, she will not see her own reactivation, but we're out of cards. We're surprisingly out of cards, but
Yeah,
we will
just,
hit enough for the Sid Hayes.
We're just trying to get the Sid Hayes cast off here.
Atomos is live. He can't attack this turn, but come on. Emmanuel, can you get any help from the burst? Nope. That's negative. Here comes Lulu and Luso. Lulu Luso. I said it correctly. It just sounded strange. Party attack. And this could be the penultimate turn of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Why are we streaming solitaire? That's funny. I mean, Tias can go in for damage 5, hit those tiebreakers. He drew Artemisian and a poo-poo for turn.
I mean, you go for the poo-poo here.
Yeah.
So we're about to start our own 7 cast turn here.
I mean, you got Porum. That's
Porum's a card?
Yeah, Porum's a card. It's a body, and it can turn something off, potentially. You can prevent the Sid Hayes, kind of, until he Althea's it back. There's not really much point in holding on to that Leviathan summon. Anything you would stop, he'll just bounce, replay it again anyway, so...
Yeah, I think you need the Porum as well. Turn off the Sid Hayes potentially is probably just better. You don't feel very good about it, but...
I mean, 3 casts, and this is basically over, right? Because then you just send everyone crashing into Titas. He'd be the only forward left standing.
You have the Porum to turn off the Sid Hayes.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
You'd have to Althea the Sid Hayes back, which, I mean, you probably could do.
Yeah. I mean, even if you...
Is that a Nizana in hand? I saw. Yeah, so we're counting our Chocobos in the break zone for that Izana.
Here comes Yuke, cast number 1. Yuke will reveal Lock. That's a pretty good card.
I hear he's okay.
Yeah. Although, is that the only other card in our hand? Yeah, I think so. So Althea back, Lulu. Replay the Lulu. Probably ditch the Althea. She's done her job. Thank you, Althea, for your patronage. Here's cast number 2. Tomo's going to go ahead and give us 2 of those back. Whatever Lulu wants to get back, Rose is going to reactivate. So you could do like an Asura get back. I don't even know. Do you have Zidane in there? Yeah.
Probably.
Steal his Leviathan Lord of the World just to really make a statement. Or the Pot of Greed. That's a good one.
Yeah, Pot of Greed would be nice. Just draw 2 cards out of there.
Although we're only on a 2 cast right now, so it would currently only draw us 1. Only a single card.
Naked Chocobo is not bad here either. We've got the backups for it, so we can go Naked Chocobo, bounce the Lulu,
Yeah.
Rosa reactivates everything.
And that's what we're doing. There's number 3. So go ahead and set lightning to 5 while we're at it. Did we turn off the Sid Haze? Is that what he targeted? There'd be no point targeting the Lulu, obviously. Replay Lulu, that's number 4.
Alright, call it. What do you think the Rosa
Lock.
reveal is going to be?
I want it to be lock. Just make it the best. Just make it the hit. Make it the lock. No, we play the lock from hand. 5. What's the Rosa reveal? Bismarck, even though it's not in the deck.
Melvin would be pretty.
You're right. Dull freeze, break that. Reveal. Don't forget your Rosa reveal, Sam. Yep. Oh man, we didn't get the free Lulu. Move to combat. We can reduce something by 2,000. That can almost kill Luso. Hitting the Rose is not actually bad because the Tidus can trade up with it then. 4 or 5, but there's Lena. He actually can't kill him this turn because with the Rosa being reduced, Sam just realizing, oh wait, he's gonna get one more turn out of this. Because the Lulu and the lock just came down.
Yeah, so we can't.
And the Rosa's 5k. I mean, he has to trade the Tidus out. So who would you like to kill? Let's just get rid of Miss Rosa there. Sam.
It is funny that the EX first mattered.
Right?
It's funny because Sam could have entirely avoided that by just before swinging, paying 1 win.
Yeah, doing the Rosa. The 2,000 reduction on. We'll go ahead and bring Luso back just because. Replay Luso. I think that's 6. Yeah. Who? All right. Miracle draw Slifer the Sky Dragon and sacrifice Sam's forwards for it. 2 summons, neither of which are usable. And folks, that is going to do it. Play it out. Play it out, Emmanuel. There you go. You go out on your terms, sir. You blank that Sid Haze. You draw. Ink slap down the Tros. And a hearty handshake. Congratulations to Mr. Sam Toole for winning the Texas Materia Cup. Lone Star Pack breaks. I mean, as most people kind of expected, like Water, again, historically has a really rough matchup against Wind, Icewind being no exception either. And Emmanuel did everything right, correct? Like, is there really anything else he could have done? I felt like given the cards he saw, he played the best he possibly could. Ghoul is just stunned, speechless.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the game sometimes. Yeah, you if you're playing Water, you're just kind of hoping the dodge wind, or you're hoping the 13 players in the room take it out. They did not. Sam got to the end, and we have a swift 2-0.
Major congratulations to Sam. He has earned himself a day 2 skip for the Nationals. Both players are qualified for Nationals. Sam, I believe, already had it before this tournament, and they can obviously dish out the prizes as they see fit. All right. Well done. Well done.
Alrighty. That is probably also going to do it for the stream. Thank you guys all so much. It's been a fun weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy to have brought it to you. Again, huge thanks to Square Enix and Lone Star Practice for letting me stream this to y'all. And until next time, have a good one, y'all.
Yeah, we'll give the big sign off. Major thanks to Ghoul for running the stream, Lone Star Pack Breaks for hosting the event. Thank you to all the players who drove or flew out here to show up. Thank you to Hobby Japan and Square Enix for, helping us put on this event with the cards and everything else. And thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and until next time, Travis Rudros Pfeiffer signing off for Ghoul's stream. Ghoul, we ready to end it, sir?
Yep. See y'all next time.
Bye.